Welcome back to Persona.
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 Eat Macau.
The C word. Cow.
So I got a story for you that I remember hearing somewhere. And since no one listens to this, it doesn't matter that I say it. So you're loosely familiar with the biblical story of creation, correct?
Can I go back up, please?
Is that a
Yes.
no? Okay, cool. So here's an interesting idea that someone came up with that makes total sense. Not before creation, there was God and his angels per se. Let's say that, and there was Lucifer. And Lucifer was in love with another one by the name of Lilith. But when there was the war, God destroyed Lilith. But when he created Earth, he created Eve, and Eve looked just like Lilith. And so Lucifer fell in love with Eve. And everyone knows that the biblical term for fruit is actually an allegory for sleeping with each other. So when Lucifer convinced Eve to eat, quotation marks, of the fruit, they actually slept with each other. But then she also shared the fruit with Adam, meaning she also slept with Adam. So the truth is, she had two embryos in her at once, one with Lucifer and the other with Adam. And that's why God liked Abel more than Cain.
I'll be completely honest with you. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I've heard all this before. Or a decent chunk of it from a friend of mine who's done a significant amount of research into where the texts come from that the Bible is, derived from. Pretty sure a lot of that was like how things were written a long time ago.
So that comes from a lot of that type of stuff comes not from where the text originally derived from, not from the Hebrew in any way. It comes from the Greek text because we have a lot more of the Greek texts, and there's a lot more surplus of extra stuff from the Greek text that didn't get put into the collaboration that is what we know as the Bible now.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people, there's double, if not almost triple, the amount of content that's found of that time period of, early, what are we, AD? Early AD time period, I guess, still in that Greek and Roman time period, written in that and around that stuff. There's a lot of stuff. The hard part is to know which of it was actually translated from ancient texts like the Hebrewic, or was just a madman's writings and got mingled up with the actual ones that were copied over from ancient texts. Because when it actually comes back to the old stuff that dates way back, as far, the oldest text that we have, there's very few and far between, and it's usually broken up, and we only have little bits here and there. And what we end up doing is having to line up that to later texts that were copies of it to try and figure out what the gaps were, but we can never actually prove that it wasn't also anybody's own ideology stuffed in there. So it's really hard to know what is actually what half the time. Also, am I supposed to be doing something here, or is this?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. We're doing something we've never done before. Could become.
So is this like the sleeping thing, except you actually get to choose somebody?
I think that was what I was looking for. Yes.
Is that what that is?
I needed to get her thing up to your relationship will become closer soon.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like the sleeping, except you actually get to choose.
Yes. Yes. We've now unlocked the ability to do that. It costs 200 yen to do it, but yeah, instead of random, you get to pick, which is significantly better because a lot of the time our relationships are about to become closer soon, most of the time anyway. So earning points to them does fucking nothing. So hitting the button at random is like a 1 in like maybe 10 chance at any given point
of
to
getting
actually be helpful
like
in any
2
way.
or 3 links that we need.
Yeah. So now that we can do it by
Plus,
choice.
you have buku dollars that we've also ran out of because we bought so much clothes.
I do like that right there they were talking about the shopping channel. They're like, man, the song really is catchy in it.
Oh, what? I thought we were done with her.
No, of course not. Anyway.
Cool. I love those schools where you're so tired you don't remember any of it.
Honestly, that's been my whole life. I'm so tired. I was so tired at the time. I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I feel that. What are you? Who's Yumi?
What? Are you serious? Sun Arcana. We're ranked 5 with her. We've hung out with her like 8 times. We've mostly been hanging out with her at the hospital, but she's the one with that in the drama club.
I thought the brother was from the drama club.
No, he's health club.
He's from the what?
The health club.
Okay.
Honestly, we don't really talk to him in any of the clubs since they kind of kicked him out of the health club because they're like, oh, it's too stressful for you. How much when people do that? Anyway. Man, his eyes don't ever get any less creepy.
Oh, sorry, I had a random coughing fit there. I've never had that happen to me. They're usually like, no, I want you to do this anyway, even though it will be more stressful because I hate you. Anyway, I see a note on the ground. It looks like a picture of Kanye West.
Spiky handwriting.
You killed me.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
How'd you know? How'd they find out? Fuck.
By your composed voice.
But I have a composed voice.
I wish I
The
could
silent smile.
write notes from the grave.
Right.
Hey,
Hey,
was
maybe you can.
it was Red that killed me. He's being a bit sus. Vote him off.
Surely I'll simply run away. My last words. Adieu.
Now that's one we could totally record and jump on the
Adieu, au
bandwagon
revoir,
like
mon chéri.
a couple of weeks after it's already died off.
God
No,
of the
okay.
sun, I summon your power. Yeah.
What is this?
What is happening?
What are you doing? What? I hate you, you suck murderer.
So that poem was about me. Doesn't make any sense.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. That was the whole reason we came here, so...
what was I talking about?
Question.
Oh! You know Unfortunate Spaceman, right? The one that we all tried to play and it was terrible.
Yeah, I keep trying to get people to play because it's way fucking better than the other bullshit.
So, you know, the new art garbage that's super popular. So, Unfortunate Spaceman just had a massive update that basically turned it into the other one.
Yeah, so I've heard. I mean, no, it's still pretty different. But
it is different.
More similar.
But they added the whole meetings and literally the mechanic of marking someone as suspicious. That's an interesting term to use. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that they're like, yeah, we're adding that meeting button and killing people. Makes sense, right? Anyway.
Yeah, I honestly hate those games. I'll be completely honest. I don't enjoy playing them at all.
With social deduction games?
No, I like social deduction games, but I hate video game versions of them. Like the board games are one thing, right? Like the card games. Some of them. I play. I have a card game, right? It's called Coup. That game's really fun. We
Played
play
that
that
a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I like that one. That one's really fun.
Have you played Resistance?
I play Resistance. I hate Resistance.
Yes, I do as well.
I don't like because it's the team v team ones. I don't enjoy that much. The ones where it's free for all, I enjoy those way more.
Have you ever played Love Letter?
I have not played Love Letter, but I know of Love Letter. I know how to play.
That's a fun little game, especially if you get like the advanced version that has like twice the amount of cards and like silliness. Like not like silliness as in it's like hard. Like it's just there's so much more potential. Like
crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's great. What?
There's a game. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I saw someone playing it where it's a social deduction game, and at the start there's like a big stack of roll cards and allegiance cards, and everyone draws a roll card and 2 allegiance cards, and they look at all their cards and they can essentially be there's symbols on them that say that are either robot, human, or outlaw, and essentially you add them. You basically do a little bit of basic calculation to figure out what team you're on, and then you'd go through but there's like a whole bunch of stuff where like you can look at other people's allegiance cards, you move them around, you shuffle them in, you do other stuff, and then like your allegiance, your like roll card might override other things. You might get other cards that like change your team. Like basically, your team changes a whole bunch, like throughout the game. So you're trying to work towards the goal of your team, but not too hard, unless you're pretty confident you're going to stay that team. So it's just any of those games where like you can change your team or have your team changed, I think is way more interesting. But the goal of the humans is to like kill all the robots. The goal of all the robots is to kill all the humans, and the goal of the outlaws is to make sure they all die. Or something like that. I don't remember, but that's the basic gist of it. Anyway, yeah, the cards in that game I remember being really powerful. Like it does some crazy stuff. Anyway, the social deduction games, it's really a case by case basis for me.
I get that.
Option C. I mean, it's kind of the point of a hospital.
He's a dying guy who just wants to spend his last moments with his daughter. She is like the biggest, like...
I mean, she's like, 15, 16?
I would beat that child.
I mean, they're, teenagers are not necessarily known for being the most emotionally mature people.
I get that, but I mean... There's a point in which making someone a cripple is good for them.
Can you keep your voice down in the hospital, please? Yeah. Now look who's making trouble for the nurses. Jesus. I mean,
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Let me grab my baseball bat. I'll take your kneecaps out. So then you can actually start thinking about what's actually going on and not your own stupid mentality. Anyway, You're an idiot. Goodbye, and I'm never gonna talk to you again. Is that an option?
I mean, these characters are supposed to experience character growth because they're characters.
Oh. I wish, like, you could die and then come back.
Me too. Oh, well, I don't know why I'd want that.
I don't know. I feel like there's some people that, like, you could make a point of
Bye
them,
then.
like, if you died and somehow in a way that would, like, directly affect the person to make them, like, wake up to their own stupidity, but then, like, you're able to come back. Like, I would do that so much.
It's like a weird backwards version of It's a Wonderful Life.
But yeah, there's a lot of dumb people that I wish I could just kill myself to, like, prove a point to them. But what's happening?
Hmm. Remember this
It
guy?
is him.
You all think you can see me? You all think you know everything about me? Then try and catch me.
Well,
Hey, did you see that? Who was that guy? I don't know him. Have you ever seen him on the news or some television special? He seemed
he
really
talked to
gloomy,
Yukiko, like,
like a zombie.
second week of school.
He does remember. Oh my god.
Yosuke! Yosuke! All right already, I hear you. Sorry, I'm gonna give the phone to Ted. Sensei, it's me!
Oh, sweet
Teddy!
mother of mercy.
I finally got to see
God.
the Midnight Channel with my own eyes. Now I know exactly what's happening. That guy's suppressed emotions are resonating with the other side, which are picked up by the TVs over here. It's clear now that it's not being filmed by anyone. Mystery solved. But that kid, he must already be inside the other world. What are we gonna do?
We're going in. Who needs a plan?
Gotcha. I knew I could count on you, Sensei.
I like how
I think my heart skipped a beat.
no one can, like, think for themselves, and they always have to, like, validate what they should do with you. This game's starting to get a little weirder the longer we play it, and not in the sense that you would expect it to get weirder, or it's trying to get weirder, but, like, more in, like, there's actually, like, an
Enough, Ted. Give me the
underlying,
phone.
whether intended or not, issue with what's happening in our group.
I mean, so there is a point where the story does have to kind of like be second to mechanics. And if the characters were kind of just going off and doing their own shit when you're kind of supposed to be, the one solving the mystery, it would kind of be, odd a little bit.
I mean, I guess.
And I mean, like, on top of that, everyone's in a really unfamiliar situation. You're all trying to catch a serial killer, and so far, the only character that really seems like they know what they're doing and has any amount of confidence is, the character you're playing. Everyone else is like, "Oh my god, people are fucking dying," and you just kind of go, "Yeah, we should probably catch that guy." They're like, "Oh my god, how do we do that? What do we do?" And you're like, "Well, just listen to me, and I'm pretty sure we'll get there." Right?
I guess.
And it's like the characters have their own life. Like, you run into them doing shit all the time, but no one does any investigating or anything without conferring to you. And in fact, or pretty early on, they did specifically go the way to mention the fact that, like, hey, you're going to be the lead investigator. You call the shots, right?
I suppose.
Because like the kind of the deal is like everyone's doing the investigating, right? But whenever they find something or they figure something out, they let you know. You kind of take and you kind of get all the pieces from everybody, put it all together, and then present it to everybody. As we kind of have been. I mean, that's kind of what we've kind of been doing at the table when we've been answering those questions, doing that dialogue.
Already inside. What happened to the blurry image that we usually see in advance? And did you hear what he said? Try and catch me. Now that I think about it, he looked like a high schooler. Hey, could he be? Nah, I better not jump to conclusions. Let's meet up at headquarters tomorrow. All right? Later.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, I finally got through. Yosuke's line was busy too.
Oh, weird. Wonder who could he? Wonder who he could have been talking to.
I was just talking to Yukiko.
Calling that late night talk channel. What's that? What are those called?
Yeah, we gotta get
Talk
to the
show?
bottom of this.
Those shit, like those like lines you can call in like the middle of the night to like pay per minute to talk to somebody.
Are you talking about sex hotlines?
Yeah, that's what we were talking. Anyway, we were in a conference call together on one of those hotlines.
Do you imagine calling one? Imagine being imagine being a girl working there, right? And the dude who calls you is like, "Listen, can I make this conference call?" You're like, "Fuck no, the hell." You weirdo. Christ.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Lisa and Teddy are checking out the other side, so we'll go ahead and start the meeting. Now, about what happened last night. You guys all saw it, right?
Kanji, are you drinking chocolate milk?
Yeah. Shit he said made my blood boil. That mumbling of his and those fish-like eyes pissed me off even more.
Good thing I'm not scared of fish or cats.
Who the hell is he?
The killer.
Really.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You too, Yosuke-kun? It's just a
See?
hunch,
He's smarter
but it
than the
makes
rest of you.
sense.
Okay, you know what's been bothering me about this screen in particular for a while now? Why does that rabbit on the right look like it was drawn by a second grader?
That was Nanako's contribution.
Contribution.
We've been told the
Right.
suspect
All
is a
of
high
them. Look
schooler.
at. Did you just
Police
catch
are
that?
after him for the murder of King Moron.
Look at the bottom of the
So
screen when the
seeing
text
that on
box
TV
goes away.
last night, at a time like this, I mean, he even taunted the viewers, saying, "Try and catch me."
Oh God. Oh, that must be the kids area, huh?
Yep.
A play area next to the food court. That makes sense. Oh, there's even like a little thing over there with the handlebars.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a panda over there.
All right.
Mm.
Let's
Got
say
it.
there's this high school student. We'll
Man,
call
they
him
put a lot
Shin.
of thought into this, huh?
Yeah, a lot more than
So,
we
random
ever
reason,
would
here's
realize without
Shin
really
is able to
thinking.
enter the other world.
I mean, you spend enough time staring at these screens. I guess they need to give you details to
Wait, who's
see.
Shin?
He's just saying we'll call him that for right now.
Then Shin,
Okay.
again for some random reason, starts throwing people
It's
into
probably
that world,
like the
intending to
Japanese
kill them.
like equivalent of like,
Joe.
yeah.
Or what is that? What is that? Joe. John no.
John Doe.
Joe, John Doe. That's what I'm thinking of.
Police
John
can't
Doe.
prove the other world exists, so it's the perfect crime. He can't possibly be caught. Now, imagine you're Shin, but after a while, people stop dying when you throw them in the TV. You don't know why. You want to kill King Moron, but the TV is out, so you have to do it personally. Now the police are onto you. As a result, Shin, is a wanted criminal, and there's no place for him to run.
So, you're saying he went into the other world to dodge the cops? Oh, so that's why he said, Catch me if you can. Wow, senpai. You're smarter than you look.
Yeah, because you look like a dumbass.
Jeez, you can piss me off sometimes.
We still don't know why he targeted people who were shown on TV. But if he had a personal grudge against Mr. Morooka, that explains one thing. With a strong enough motive, wouldn't he forsake the untraceable TV method and try to kill Mr. Morooka on his own? If you think about it that way, it sort of makes sense why Mr. Morooka died without appearing on TV. But I wonder what that boy's going to do now that he's in there. With Teddy on this side, there's no way for him to get out.
You don't think he's gonna get desperate and end it all? He did look
I mean, I hope he does.
like it was the
Yeah.
end of the world.
Solve a lot of problems for us, huh?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's it.
There's one, you know, if there's any person on this planet, I wouldn't feel bad about them jumping off a bridge or something. It'd probably be a serial killer. I think I'd be alright. I think I'd be alright with that. I think I could fall. I think I could go to sleep pretty easy.
The killer
I don't
has to
know,
that the people he
though.
threw
Some
into
of
the TV have
those-
come back to this side.
Some of those people out there could also go jump off a cliff.
I said
mean,
if
let's be
there was
honest,
one. If I had to pick one,
that-
that'd probably be my first
that
choice.
that
I
that
can see-
Daniel
so you
Radcliffe
can go
guy's
Arkanji,
kind of
but
a bit sketchy. He can be
there's
off
no
the
way
cliff.
the killer would know she's still alive.
He can be off the. All right, Mr. Radcliffe, your cliff is right this way, sir.
Hey.
I hate
That
pick someone with a
means he
cliff in their
knows there's a
name.
way out of the TV world.
Is that why you picked it? Is
As
that
a
why you came
Maybe.
to mind? Okay.
You'll just have to ask him face to face.
No actual personal vendetta against Daniel Radcliffe for some reason.
Yeah, he had that one, you know, that
Hey,
that
good
one
timing.
movie
How'd
he's
you
famous
know?
for, that magic movie.
Not good.
What's it
There's
called?
not enough information to go on.
Magic movie.
Now You See Me.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one.
But someone's in there.
That movie
Daniel
killed my father.
Radcliffe, the one with the movies with all the magic in it.
Name one
You
other
know.
movie Daniel Radcliffe has
where's
been
Teddy?
in.
He's still looking.
Oh shoot, there is a couple of them.
Right. So we need to find out.
Yeah,
who
there's
got
been
in.
a couple. Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? I just noticed Kanji's shoes. They're actually pretty fire. Look at that.
Oh, he's got like silver cowboy boots.
He is in fact the one the police are
With
after.
black trim. That's actually pretty. Those are actually pretty cool.
That's pretty
Once we
good.
figure that out,
I'm a little
we just
jelly
do our
now.
thing.
That's right. If he really is the killer and he's escaped into the other world, the police don't have a chance of catching him.
So it's all on us.
Unless one of them spontaneously manifests the same powers we have, in which case, boy, are we a lot less special.
Yeah.
Well then, let's get digging.
I don't have my shovel yet. You know what's funny is it says we should ask around town about him, but 2 of the 3 people we need to talk to
Are in the school?
were those people.
Oh. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't actually actively heard or watched any of these other movies that he's been in.
We have to do this in order. Fuck.
Guns Akimbo. Is that where that one picture comes from with him holding the 2 guns?
Probably. Do you know what the word akimbo means?
Yes. There's like one picture where he's like in like bathrobes holding 2 guns and like doing some weird thing with them.
He's probably pointing them 2 different directions with his arms spread,
Okay.
which is what the word akimbo means.
Okay. Yes, I know. Yeah, it is from that movie. Okay, so the guns are like mounted to his arm and he can't let them go. Cool. What is this movie?
So anyway,
Yeah. So what are we actively trying to do now in the game?
so we tried to run around and talk to three people. You had to talk to Yosuke, who's like, "Hey, I saw Kanji running off in a hurry." You go talk to Kanji, and Kanji's like, I don't know what to do. Hey, you should go talk to your uncle. He seems like he would know." You go talk to your uncle, and he's like, "Why the fuck would I tell you anything? Fuck off." And that's our day of investigation. Quite fruitful, obviously.
Yeah, it seems like we really know what's going on at this point.
Nope.
Do we understand the fox better now?
Yep, we're up to rank 8. We feel like we understand him 80%.
So if I had a gauge, I'd say I understand your mental capacity by about 80%.
Well, thank you for tuning into this episode of Persona. Things are starting to pick back up again. There's someone in the TV, so hey, there's that.
Hey, we gotta go. We gotta see what everybody's outfits are soon.
We will. That will be coming up soon. So
Watch that one episode have like double the views that we normally get.
I mean, it's certainly possible.
Considering our average viewer is 0, very possible.
Honestly, we'll probably have like triple the viewers. I mean, fucking.
Oh,
my God,
man.
dude.
I mean, what's 0 times like 1,000? I think that might be doable.
I think we might be able to get it. Yep.
Anyway.
Something tells me, yeah. As long as we don't divide by 0, we should be fine. So yeah, tune in next time where we divide by 0.